We gotta say it. Let your teammate pass you.
Please, let's say stop inventing. Stop inventing. I'm under pressure also. Trust me, there's more to lose like that.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, guys. If you haven't checked out the last race, please go check that out because I'm about to spoil it like crazy. We had a red flag and it was insane. That was your last spoiler warning. We're gonna go straight into continuing. Leclerc had a horrible crash. Oh, it was so hectic. Oh, I feel so bad for him. That did mean that he's down in 4th now in the Drivers' Championship because he's stuck with his 19 points that he scored in the first race, while Carlos Sainz is leading by almost a full race lead now, which is awesome. Our team is only 10 points ahead of Red Bull, and obviously the season objective is to be first. So we've done all the other stuff in the last episode, so let's just carry on forward. Manufacturing is now complete for our suspension that we accidentally manufactured, and we shouldn't really be manufacturing because we have a new suspension. Charles Leclerc's contract was renewed. We renewed him for 5 seasons, and his monthly salary is up a little bit, but he no longer has those horrible race target bonuses where if he comes first we lose like a full bar. Now we're going to prepare. We're gonna prefer Charles to do better than Sainz in all of our races, or at least come first instead of Sainz, because Charles is way cheaper than Sainz to come first right now. The helipad is upgraded, so is the tour center. All confidence check-in, they are satisfied. They're not super happy, they're just satisfied. Obviously that last race with Charles Leclerc going out in Jeddah, they're only satisfied, not delighted. They're satisfied that Carlos at least got a win, so it's something. Okay, helipad upgrade, tour center, suspension F2 is learn stock. Well, we don't actually want a front suspension. Let's look at our suspension. Our S3 is actually what's low. The next race is in 6 days. If we do a really rushed approach, we're not going to have it ready. So let's get 2 brand new S3 suspensions. Hopefully we don't use them. Basically, we're hoping we don't destroy our suspension in Australia in the 3rd race of the season. We need to do a design now as well. What can we do to get some engine cooling? Is it engine cooling or brake cooling that's our problem? I think it's engine cooling. We don't have any hours here, but we can go and just add some engineers to go take a researched approach now to get better side pods, because geesh, our engine cooling is the worst. So I think we need to improve our side pods there. Engine cooling is over here. It's 5th on the grid, so it's not the best. We don't want the regulations to change too much because our car is actually really good. If the regulations don't change, we can keep focusing on improving our car this year instead of next year. Financials, how are our financials doing? Here's the season ban. We're doing all right. I don't think we need to do any facility stuff just yet. Let's see how the race goes first. Maybe we upgrade the weather center. Boardroom's okay. Maybe we do upgrade the boardroom because they're not too happy with, and it's cheap. It's not that expensive. We want to just get our helipad all the way up because we want our team to be attractive enough for Sainz to re-sign with us. Weekly income for the tour center, that's important. We're just going to upgrade all these operations facilities. I think it might be worth upgrading one of these, but they're really expensive, so I don't know which one. The factory, where race ready car parts are manufactured. Car part manufacture is not that much of an issue for me. It's more about making sure we have the best car. Let's look at these other ones. Where do we get our brake cooling and engine cooling? So the car part test center is what we actually upgrade. I'm going to drop 8 mil on this because this is where we are weak. That's a big spend. So now we can't really spend any more money because we are going to go broke. We have some things going on here. The memorabilia room has been upgraded. Maybe we could actually upgrade the memorabilia room. Should we? It's going to make the team morale go up. That's huge for us. We want our staff to be happy. This is going to be very important for us. We want our team to look attractive. Just like Ferrari in real life, that doesn't actually care about winning, they just care about being attractive. Memorabilia room, there's nothing to really say there. It's just hopefully these upkeep costs don't bite us in the butt later on because they are pretty hectic. Let's move forward to next week, Thursday. Are we building new parts? New parts are being built. Gearbox is in poor condition for Charles. Oh, that's because we crashed. Well, that's not great. So we need to replace that soon, which is unfortunate. We probably need to replace everything in his car. How many front wings do we have? Let's see, like, we have 5. Okay, 5 front wings is probably okay. I think we'll get a new one soon. The rear wings, how many do we have? We have 6 there, so that didn't break. Side pods are okay. Underfloor is also okay. We didn't break that. So we just broke the suspension and the front wing. Maybe the chassis. I'm sure we broke the chassis, actually. Yeah, we did break our chassis. But I think we have new ones on the way, so we're not going to bother. We're going to keep lightweight for a bit on finances and not make new ones. And we just hope our drivers don't crash this time. That is the hope and the dream. The race simulator has been upgraded, so our drivers should gain more experience now, which is also very important. How much will it cost to do that again? So the race simulator, that's going to be a good 5 mil to upgrade again. We want to look at potentially upgrading that again later, just to get my drivers' experience gain to go up. We do plan on keeping them long term, so if we can save enough money together to do that, that would be awesome. Race preview Australia. Okay, that's happening. Not much preparation we have to do. We'll sort that out in a second. Race simulator is done. Okay, preview targets. Fortunately, we are still doing our good finishing position streaks. Qualifying, I think we could qualify both of our drivers in the top 5. I think we easily be in the top 4, actually. That's how confident I am here. We just need to remember to put the correct parts on Charles's car. Finish position, I think we can get at least one of our drivers to be 2nd or better. So one driver 2nd or better, I'm sure we can do do that. There's our preparation for that. Charles's car is very broken. The gearbox is not going to last. Obviously, this is just a practice session, so we're going to keep everything else old and broken. So this is on 69%. How much damage did everything else take? Because here we have a much better engine than ERS, but that's okay. That's our throwaway testing engine. We're definitely going to put new engines and ERS on him for the next run. I think Charles is going to easily come first in the next race, but we'll see. It could crash again. Hard to tell. Let's simulate all the way to qualifying, and then qualifying will change their parts again. That is great. In our qualifying sessions, or at least our practice sessions, we were we weren't dominating. We were very close to everyone else, actually, to the Red Bulls. So the Red Bulls are still close. No grid penalties for anyone. Car parts knowledge is up to 100% now, which is great. The setup confidence definitely could be improved. So we've got this at the moment. This is better for Leclerc's setup. Oh, this is setup could be improved quite a bit. I think this is probably for the best here. We are going to change the car parts. We're going to put a new engine on Leclerc's car. I think with science we could keep the old one on, put the new ERS on Leclerc's car as well, and that gearbox will be fine. With Carlos, on the other hand, how used is his car? We definitely want a new gearbox on, and then engine, I think we need to start sticking a new engine on and use that one for practice only. The ERS is probably good. I think we can keep the ERS for now. We're going to simulate the qualifying sessions all the way through, and hopefully we do well. We set up the car perfectly, and I think we should be good to go. That's done. That's done. Qualifying 3 is done. So Max Verstappen has out-qualified us, and surprisingly, Charles Leclerc did not do better than Sainz, despite the fact that he is actually a better driver, and I thought his setup would be better. I don't know what the setup is like. Charles is starting 4th, and Carlos is starting 2nd. Oh, this is going to be hectic. I mean, it's very close. It is very close between all 3 of them, all 4 of them, and then there's a decent gap between us and the rest of the grid, but that's okay. Time to set up our strategies. So let's just check the track out again. We need to remember that there are 3 DRS zones. They're there, and there's 2 detection zones. So really, it's all about just making sure that after this section, we're able to keep catching up to there, and that way we can keep up here. It's quite easy to follow people and get into the detection zone there, so that's very important for us. Pretty much all I think we need to know. Previous race results aren't really a big deal. Kimmy was there. Oh, that's so funny. Anyways, let's go set up our strategy. The strategy looks like it's going to be a 2-stop. 1-stop, sorry. A 2-stop is not really... I don't think a 2-stop's the way to go. I think with the potentials of crashes and stuff, the 1-stop is probably going to be the OP method right now. I think I'm going to try go as long as I can on the mediums, and we just try going standard there. We will push at the start just to try and make up some positions and see if we can do anything. Carlos will do the hard to medium strategy, you know, make him go out a bit longer. I actually need to see which driver's starting in front again. I can't even remember. Carlos is starting in front. Might make sense to keep Leclerc back on the hards, now that I think of it. Yeah, Leclerc's starting back. I've made a mistake in my strategy. Let's make Leclerc go hards. If they can last longer, they do. If they don't, they don't. That's fine. Carlos can be the one going onto that quicker stop strategy, just to balance things out in case there's like an early safety car or something. We can capitalize on it. So I'm happy with this. Our confidence has improved. I need to like 89 and 85% respectively. So Carlos is really out driving the car. He's doing great. Okay, the driver options up front, just at the start, we're gonna push. We're gonna push to overtake with both of them. After that, we can calm down on the tires and ERS strategy and even fuel. But I think we're ready to go. This should be good. Car parts all locked in. We're good. We're happy. Let's do it.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
It's happening. Leclerc's pushing. Carlos is pushing. Leclerc's already pushed ahead. He's already pushed ahead of Perez. And we've kept it. We're keeping it. Can Sainz get by? This is going to be the most important moment right here. If Sainz can get by. Leclerc's the only one going on hards here in the top 10. Okay, Sainz has pushed by. Let's see if we can push Sainz to deploy and just break a gap here. And if we could get Leclerc... Oh, Leclerc is not doing so well. I think we got to take this a bit more paced here, actually, with Leclerc. Because look, it's going to be hard to fight Verstappen and Perez. We don't want to lose our tires now with this. Hopefully we can keep the gap there for the whole time. And hopefully we can get Sainz to really escape these guys. Escape them here by pushing hard on the mediums. Let's see if we can do a proper escape without Leclerc losing his space here. Sainz is pulling away, which is good. Now that he's done that, let's see if we can go neutral for a bit and see if we can keep it for a little bit. We'll go aggressive, and hopefully Verstappen doesn't manage to pull and catch to us. Even here with Leclerc pulling on the back of him, I don't want him to push too hard. I want him to go long. I want him to conserve his tires and just keep it easy. It is a marathon, not a sprint. And we're not going to lock up and go crazy and break the car like we did last time. It is unfortunate because if Sainz does win now, that kind of is going to cost us a lot of money. When, you know, if Leclerc wins, it costs us a lot less money based on our contract that we have. Sector 1, what has happened? Oh no. Multiple cars have crashed. Multiple cars have crashed. What's happened? Joe is broken here. Oh, let's see what happened here. This is crazy. Okay, we're going to ignore. We don't... It's virtual safety car, so we're not going to lose the gap. We just want to take it chilled. Do what we were doing. Okay, let's look at these crashes.
Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one.
Oh, he crashes there and then... Oh, that's so close. Oh, I don't blame Joe for that. I blame Ricardo. Ricardo just sent it into like... Oh, what did he do? He just sent it. Why? That was so dodgy. That was such a dodgy crash. Oh. Leclerc is taking a chill on his tires. It's good. Science is going normal. That is fine. It's a VSC, so if we do go full conserve here, then Verstappen will catch up just with his delta. It is important that we don't go full conserve here because we can. Look, we're even building the gap there. So the VSC is ending soon. Okay, let's go light. Oh, I didn't mean to go that fast. Somehow we are keeping behind them. Normal racing has resumed. Obviously DRS is still disabled because that usually happens. I think DRS is disabled. I hope I'm not wrong there. But we're taking it chilled. We're keeping Leclerc slow and steady. We want him to have his tires so that when these guys do pit, we can push hard with Leclerc. We are on lap 7 and DRS has finally been enabled for us. I don't think we get it now in these first 2 sectors because, well, the detection zone is before we manage to cross the line, therefore getting disabled or enabled. But this is huge for us. We have been able to go conservative now for this whole time and not have them catch, well, not have them pull away from me here, but also Science is going very light on his pace and they're not catching him. So we're in a very good space right now. Look at them, they're fighting each other. Red Bull is, they're like the new Ferrari, no strategy, just like chaos. Even here, I'm accidentally passing them. I got the new fastest lap while going full conserve. Sector 3, there's a yellow flag. What has happened back there? The cars run wide. Oh, I wonder who it was. Stroll has locked up. Oh, that's rough.
Have a look. It's Lance Stroll. And there's the lockup. It almost got away.
There we go. He's cutting some grass on the side, you know, just taking a little visit to the fans, waving off there. I mean, Australians love Canadians apparently, so that is a thing. Look at us go. We're conserving. We're not trying to overtake them. I think that we might want to actually, at the next straight, once we get to that straight over there, I think we need to do a full push with Leclerc and just send it so that we can get out of their DRS and actually start pushing forward, because Leclerc's pace seems to be on fire. And then, who knows, Leclerc could win the race, which would save us a lot of money. Right, we got our DRS here, so we're keeping up to the back of them. That will keep us to the DRS zone that happens over here. Then at the end of that straight there, where Daniel Ricciardo is now, that's where we're going to do the big push. That's where the mighty push is going to happen. But wow, Sainz is taking it chilled. He's good on his tires. He's nailing it, so he can go long as well. In fact, this is where we're going to push now. This is where we got to make our big push. And we're going to deploy. We're going to overtake. We're going to go flying by. Let's overtake one of them now. Let's see. Can we do it? Can we get past Verstappen? Doesn't look like we're going to get past him, actually. Come on. Push past both of them. This is what we got to do. We got to go flying past the both of them. Can we get down the right side? Oh, we can't. Okay, maybe we take it chilled again and we try next round. We're harvesting a bit, we're hanging out. Science is keeping his lead, so that's good. Let's push forward a little bit. Okay, and now we passed the DRS detection zone. So now I want to push hard. I'm going to push on my fuel and I'm going to go overtake. Because we should get DRS on this straight here. We're getting it, we're pulling up close. Oh, these guys are so hard to overtake. But we do. We're making a pass for Verstappen. And we're putting a move on Perez here on the side. Can we get by? Oh, no. They've pushed us wise and squeezed us out. Oh, that's not good at all. Can we catch back up? That's the real question. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like we're crashing back up. Oh, no. This is not good at all. I don't think we get DRS anymore. We don't have DRS. That is unfortunate. Okay. That is very unfortunate. It doesn't look like we're going to get DRS. We can push past Verstappen though, so that's good. Okay, are we pushing past him? Are we going to get by? No, he squeezes us out again. Oh no, let's push on fuel. Go light again on the tires. Oh, that's so unfortunate. These guys are so good at defending when there's the two of them. We do seem to all be holding each other up there, because Science is just merrily going ahead. Let's take it chilled for 2 more laps.
We need some lift and coast.
Right, a lap has passed and the same thing has happened. It's just Perez overtook Verstappen and we're still hanging by. Our ERS is still not fully charged, so I'd like to get our ERS fully charged before we actually try and make a move. let's just check how everyone's tires are doing. Sainz is 74, Perez, Verstappen also 74. So they must be pacing themselves as well, actually, because they seem to be doing fine on their tire wear. I mean, Max is slightly more burnt out. This moment now, when they're under 75, is where it's probably going to make the difference. In the next lap, I think we can try and make a move. That's going to be the sweet spot for us to try and make a move. We're going very conservative, and we're just going to push hard at the start of the next lap. In fact, even now, at the start of this section over here, once we get there, that's where we're going to make that move. And over here, this is where we're going to start overtake mode, push a lot, see what we can do. We've got the DRS here. We're going to have the DRS. We're going to go flying by. Verstappen will fly past Perez, and hopefully we can catch up right to the back of them. And then now, we're further away enough, like we're far away enough from this DRS zone that we're not like getting squeezed out, and we can just stay close to them and then pull them on the next straights. That's going to be what matters most. So we crossed the DRS detection zone here. It's somewhere here. I'm sure we've passed it already. And now we're going to have DRS on Perez, and so will Verstappen, but hopefully we can fly past both of them. We're going to go down the left side while Verstappen goes down the outside. That is crazy. We're 3 wide. We got the new fastest lap, and now this is where we deploy. I think we still get to keep our DRS now. It looks like we should get DRS. We do get DRS, and Perez is the one who misses out. Verstappen also has DRS, but this is the moment where we with Leclerc can try and push forward with our ERS as well and try and escape the grasp of Verstappen. The one problem is, though, if we don't escape the grasp of Verstappen, we are going to be really screwed by Sainz falling behind. So I think I might want to push a bit with Sainz just to make sure that we don't tug Verstappen along. This is good. This is good. I think at this rate, yeah, wow, we can go neutral again. We can go neutral. We can go standard on the tires. We can go balanced on fuel. I think we made it to the DRS zone. We get to the DRS zone here with Sainz. We do. We have DRS. Does Verstappen have DRS? He does not. So we managed to pull up right behind Sainz now, which that is fantastic. That is really fantastic. Let's go light a bit on the tires. Sainz has been doing a fantastic job with his tires, so we can actually go a little bit more aggressive. And hopefully we can let Leclerc just piggyback off with DRS on Sainz now. And this might mean that Leclerc wins the race at this rate, because, well, again, anything could happen. But this is quite the race. You know, we're supposed to be going conservative. We can conserve some fuel as well. Nope. Leclerc's just sending it. Okay. Well, Leclerc's clearly faster, even on his hards. So let's just let him go. Let's let him go ahead. We're staying ahead of the Red Bulls, so that's good. If we just let everyone go neutral now, that would probably be for the best. Let's try that. Let's try that. 2 Red Bulls on the back. The Ferraris are over here. We're pushing forward. And let's see what happens if we just let them go like this. As you can see here, they've just managed to keep straight behind each other the whole time. Leclerc is behind Sainz again. So Sainz did pick Leclerc there. Yeah, they're keeping it chilled. I'm going to harvest a bit with Leclerc just to make sure that he's ready to use that later. Probably harvest with Sainz as well, because we are pulling away from the Red Bulls now, so that's good. But the 2 of them are also trying to catch up to us, so this is very scary. Very, very scary. I'm going to go light again with the tires, just because they are seeming to overheat a bit. And I mean, we're doing good. The 2 drivers are doing good. The Red Bulls are not catching us anymore. How are the tires doing? Leclerc is doing great. Sainz is doing better than the Red Bulls. We are in a very good space for this race. As long as our drivers don't crash into each other, that would be very tragic. We are on lap 16. And as you can see, the Ferrari dominance is continuing. We're going light on the tires. Everything's chill. But everyone else is pitting. There's a lot of pit stops happening. Norris, Ocon. Is that Albon or Tsunoda? It's Gasly. Sorry, it's Gasly. It's not Albon in the... Albon's also pitted, but yeah. So lots of people are pitted now, and many people have done their first pit stops. I assume they were on their mediums. That might mean that Perez and Verstappen do decide to pit. That also might mean that everyone's trying to do a 2-stop, and... well, this could be interesting, because, you know, if everyone's doing a 2-stop, then we're just dominating. We're guaranteed to dominate here, unless we get unlucky with a safety car or something weird like that. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how we do. I'm sure Verstappen and Perez will probably pit soon, and there's no reason for us to not, like... But Perez is pitting. There's Perez pitting now. So that's happening. They're clearly going for a 2-stop at that rate. We're preserving the tires, and we seem to be doing alright. So Perez is just pitted. Verstappen is no longer going to have a DRS buddy, so he might actually start to fall behind, while Sainz and Leclerc just push ahead. It looks like we've harvested all the ERS we can. DRS is disabled. What happened? VSC. Was there a crash?
It was safety car. Copy.
I think we keep going with Science because I think we can still go much longer. Verstappen will probably get a free pit stop here, but I think we need to keep going. I don't know why this VSC has happened, but it is happening. Norris is under investigation. What has happened here? Norris span. Okay, and that took out a driver. He spun into the horse. Oh.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Very, very awkward little crash there. Oh, that's not fun. Both the drivers are okay. But who did he hit? He must have hit Mick Schumacher. Yeah, Mick Schumacher's still stuck there. What is going on there? He's just driving forward, trying to get back onto the track. Oh, poor Mick, man. His race was ruined. I don't know if he was doing very good in his race, but his race was ruined. That is tragic for both the McLaren of Lando Norris and the Haas of Mick Schumacher. What a shame. Right, and as we carry on now, we still are within DRS range if the VSC ends. Obviously, the VSC will end, and then we have 2 more laps, so we don't have DRS. And Sainz is falling back a bit. So if he does fall back too much, we're probably going to use our pace and improve that a bit. There we go. The virtual safety car is ending soon. So obviously, we got 2 laps now where we're not going to have the VSC, not going to have DRS. Tsunoda's pitting now as well. Let's see. Oh, there's some chaos happening over here. Tsunoda likes to crash as soon as he comes out of the pits, so let's see what happens there. Oh, he comes out and he blocks everyone. That is insane. So the middle of the field is a lot more exciting than our Ferrari side now, but that's okay. That's an interesting race going on here. The good old Australian Grand Prix. Tsunoda's in the points and everyone else is chasing him for a point. I don't think Verstappen pitted. No, he didn't pit because his tires are still 57%. Verstappen might be aiming for the 1 stop and then, especially based on that VSC. He hasn't come into pit now, so I think he's going for the 1 stop like we are. Verstappen's actually catching up to us, which is a slight worry. Like, he seems to be pushing and doing some magical things. That number is crawling. It's keeping about the same now, so we're probably actually pretty good. But that moment there where, you know, Sainz was falling behind, I think Sainz is actually catching up to Leclerc. That's what's actually happening. So we're keeping up with him, and that means when DRS starts again, we should be good. Sainz's tires right now, I think if a safety car happens, we still wouldn't want to pit. I think we'd actually want to wait until we get to that moment there where we are in the pit stop window, and then we could consider pitting under a safety car. But we can definitely go over our desired optimal pit stop time. Hamilton is pitting now. Where does that leave him? He's going to pop up. He should obviously be behind Perez, but will he be behind K-Mag? That's the real question. It doesn't look like it looks like he comes out in front of K-Mag. So there's a big, like, Alonso and Bottas are like somewhere where their cars shouldn't be because they're doing so well compared to everyone else here. There we go. Hamilton does indeed come back in front of K-Mag. So that is a close one. Very, very close. We are on lap 21 and DRS has been re-enabled. So now we can really ask Sainz to go conservative on his tires maybe. You know, keep it super chilled. Because we do have DRS, which is going to be great for us. Or maybe we don't go too conservative because we need to actually stay behind Leclerc. We want to probably start conserving our tires so that... Oh no, we're losing this now. Catch back up, Sainz. We need to catch back up. We want to go conservative once we get into DRS range of Leclerc because we'd rather just use our top speed to keep going instead of, you know, our tires losing pace and all that crazy stuff. And it looks like we've done it. So I'm going to tell him to go full on conserve now and use DRS to catch up to Leclerc. So he's got his DRS here. You can see the wing is open. It's good. We're pulling away from Verstappen. It's fantastic, but we're also not pulling too close to Leclerc, so we should be safe. Again, Leclerc will pull away a little bit, but we should cross the DRS detection zone and be okay. That's good. That's good. We're in a very good space there. I think if anything, we can go standard with Leclerc for a little bit. And, you know, try and actually widen that gap between our Ferraris and Verstappen. Pit window is entered for Sainz. I think this is a moment where we can just go full push it with Sainz and see what we can do there. Because, look at that. Maybe at the next section, maybe when we get to the next DRS zone, we can do a full push and see what we can do with Sainz. Because this is an opportunity for us. We're at the start of the next DRS zone, so let's start doing a push. Let's see if we can overtake Leclerc now on this straight over here. I'm sure we should get by just fine. Oh no, Leclerc blocks us off. Okay, it's fine. In the next DRS section, we should make it flying past Leclerc and actually disappear into the distance. Not that we need to disappear, I just think we need to actually do a proper attack now and just start using the tires. Because we can get a good gap now. We can get a good gap on Verstappen. Verstappen's pitting. Verstappen is pitting. Oh, that is insane. Okay, that's crazy. So he has decided to pit now. He is probably, if he goes to hards, yeah, it looks like he is doing a one-stop most likely, because we've gone through almost half the race now. The hards can last till the end. I don't know if he'll manage to make them last. Russell and Bottas are also all pitting. Alonso as well. Lots of pitting happening. Sainz is obviously taking the lead now. We can deploy a bit with ERS there. ERS we can deploy and just go pushing like crazy. I don't want to use it all, so we'll go neutral again. We're not too worried about where we pit now, like, because we will pit now with Sainz and end up far ahead of Verstappen at this rate, so that's cool. Leclerc is just hanging on, doing a good job. I think we could push a bit with Leclerc. I think we could actually also go a little bit aggressive on the tires. All the back markers are pitting as well. Vettel and Tiffy are in there. Mick Schumacher's coming in for a pit again. Shame, the poor guys had to pit so much. Well, I don't think he actually had to pit last time. Norris just hit him, and I don't think he sustained much damage, unless it was like side pod damage or something like that. I don't really know. We can definitely pass our pit window here with Sainz and just push on a little bit further before we turn to hards. Obviously, it would be great if a safety car... No, actually, it wouldn't be great if a safety car happened because we're so close ahead. If a VSC happened, we'd be in a very good space. A safety car itself, though, that would close the gap up and that wouldn't be good. The virtual safety cars are quite good for us. And, wow, look at this. Look at this. Okay, obviously not the perfect lap to pit right now, but we're lapping people. We are getting so much traffic here. Let's see, the last lap. The gap to the leader. We are lapping so many people here. We're actually getting DRS now of people as well. Okay, we should be getting blue flags off the people as well, but yeah. Okay, we need to balance our fuel a bit more.
Big lift off.
But this is great for us.
Okay.
This is really great for us. They should be moving out of the way. There we go, that's good. But look, we're going to get DRS off of these guys, which is actually really good for us. Has he gone past Daniel Ricciardo? It looks like he has. Okay, so poor Daniel had to stop for everyone. But look at this. Look at this. This is amazing. Okay, so look. Oh, that's Daniel Ricciardo over there. And he's stuck behind Vettel, which is quite crazy. But here we're going to get DRS off these guys and go flying past both of them. They both had to get out the way. Although Vettel doesn't get out the way. That's crazy. That is insane. Like, what has actually gone on over there? Oh, look at that mess. They're all like trying to let people by, but not properly by. Such a weird one, guys. Such an absolute weird one. Because cooling down the tires sometimes helps us quite a bit and just regaining some speed and temps in them. Those internal temps versus those outer temps are, they can affect things. Right, but yeah, let's just leave them be for a while and see what they do when they go standard like they are now. End of lap 26. Carlos is about to pass lap 27. We are pulling up behind what looks to be Guan Yu Zhou over here. Guan Yu Zhou, sorry, why am I speaking so weirdly? Guan Yu Zhou. Are we going to get DRS with Leclerc here? It doesn't look like we do get DRS, which is unfortunate. So, Sainz would have gotten DRS and flown past Zhou now. But it doesn't look like Leclerc was able to get that. So that is a slight misfortune here. It's quite a big gap between Zhou and Stroll. Like, obviously, Stroll's the next guy for Sainz to overtake. If you look at the map there, there's Stroll and... I think we can see Stroll and Norris here fighting each other. So that's happening, which is quite insane. Leclerc has made it past Zhou. And now, you know what I think we do? I think we do our last flying push lap with Sainz. And then we've passed the pit entry line. So that means that with Sainz, we can actually ask him to pit to hards. This is what's going to matter most. And I think with Leclerc, we can start pushing hard. Because we are doing better than our predicted stop here. We should be okay if we push on our tires for a bit with Leclerc. Here we are at the end of lap 28. Oh, that's crazy. And Sainz is coming in for the pit stop to pit to hards with the last 30 laps of the race. So we're almost halfway through the race. We basically made it halfway through the race on medium. So I think we should be fine on almost halfway through the race. I think we should be fine on the hards. Leclerc's still going on the hards. But I think with Sainz, we should be fine on hards for sure. Time for Sainz to go out. And I think with Sainz, no need to push anymore. We can just go standard on the tires, standard on fuel. Everything else is good. The others are not going to catch up to us. Like, we've done our pit stop and we're still 20 seconds ahead of Verstappen. Leclerc, on the other hand, he's still going to push. He's going to push hard on those tires and push all the way to get to that pit stop position there. Okay, our pit window has entered for Leclerc on lap 30 over here, so we're good there, but we don't need to pit. That's the thing. That's the great thing, is we don't need to pit. We are pushing hard because we have life in our tires to use, and we're going to go past our optimal pit stop lap so that we can have more to use in our mediums so we don't go into that danger zone over there. Leclerc is nailing it. How much is the pit stop time actually? I just want to check quickly. Pitting to mediums is 21 seconds. So Sainz will be in front of Leclerc at this rate. So let's see if this gap to Sainz grows or if it doesn't grow, what's actually happening. But by the looks of things, Sainz will win this Grand Prix at this rate. And that's not good for us because that means that Sainz gets extra money. Oh, and Sector 3, there's a yellow flag. So we didn't carry on much further. Lap 32 here. Vettel has locked up. What happened here? Okay, he didn't destroy anyone. But that would have been close. Him locking up there could have ruined my lap. Look at that. Oh, it's a good thing he didn't come back in and ruin my driver's race. I don't know which driver that was. Let's look at that. The driver that was to worry there was Sainz, I think. Because, yeah, that's Vettel going very slow after that lockup. Right, here we are at the end of that lap. And these guys are going to have to hold up for us. I actually hope we can get to the DRS detection zone first before we overtake them. So we can get some DRS and push forward a bit with Sainz. Not that I want Sainz to push ahead of Leclerc, but, you know, I don't want to team orders that hard. I think we might want to team orders to let Leclerc win, though. You know, that's my problem. I think we might actually want to team orders to let Leclerc win because, oh, it's just a bit, like, Sainz is expensive. I don't want him to win. If he wins, then we lose $1 million to go straight to his, like, you know, holiday villa in Spain. So that's my problem there. Anyways, we've gone flying past him. Let's keep an eye on Leclerc. It looks like he can go for another 2 laps before we're really done. 1 or 2 laps. Probably 1 more lap beyond this lap, actually. Okay, Leclerc has started lap 36. I'm going to put him at the end of this lap because there's no reason to keep him going here. It's just being more and more dangerous. So let's go for it. We're putting to mediums at the end of this lap. And let's have a look at that. There he goes. He's actually catching up to Norris. Sainz is actually making some time now, just going like without pushing hard. I think we have made a bit of a mistake leaving Leclerc out for so long, but let's see what happens now when we take off everything. I might really want to consider doing team orders here with Sainz because, this is a bit dodgy. It's a bit dodgy, you know? Like, I don't want Sainz to take all my money. Let's even go light now with Sainz. You know, just tell Sainz to chill. He's 23 seconds ahead of Sainz, ahead of Verstappen's. Oh, I think we send Leclerc past. I think let's let Leclerc go standard for a bit, and I think he will naturally catch up to Sainz at this rate. Although, look at this. Verstappen's actually not that far. Verstappen's catching us, isn't he? No, he's not catching us. What tires are he on now? He's on 72% worn hards. So we know that Sainz can definitely push a lot harder on his tires. Perez is pitting. He's doing the 2-stop. He's going in. I don't know what level his tires were on, but he put it before max, so his tires are probably down to like 54% like the others who pitted earlier. Although Zhou is going very long on his hards. That is weird. So Zhou is definitely doing the 1-stop, but Perez has decided to pit again. Perez is now no longer a threat. Like, I think at that rate, Hamilton might even overtake him. Oh, Hamilton's actually still pretty far behind. But never mind, Hamilton doesn't have a chance anymore because his tires are worn and Perez is back on mediums. But what I was going to actually say is look at this. Other guys are pitting as well. Other guys are pitting too. Leclerc has naturally, without us doing anything here, well, I guess we did tell Carlos to pace himself. He's naturally caught up to Carlos now. We're almost within the DRS range. We're not really there just yet. I don't think Leclerc has DRS. No, he does not. Norris is pitting now. I mean, he ruined mixed race earlier, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people come past him. Looks like here Ricciardo is also going to go flying by him. Where's Ricciardo? Oh no, Ricciardo's all the way back there, never mind. Okay, Leclerc's catching up to the back of Sainz. Although Verstappen's also catching up, which is slightly worrying. I'm not too concerned because again, Verstappen's tires are more worn. I think he's actually pushing to try catch us. But here we are with Leclerc and team orders are a go. We gotta say, let your teammate pass you.
Please, let's say stop inventing. Stop inventing. I'm under pressure also. Trust me, there's more to lose like that.
And what a shame it is for Carlos Sainz just to see that happen. Leclerc's got DRS, so he's going to go flying away now. Easily gone. He's gone into the distance. So I'm going to tell Sainz to stop going conservative now. He doesn't have to. I'm still going to tell him not to fight his teammate, but we're going to say you can chill. You're guaranteed second because you're too freaking expensive for us, Sainz. That is why. If you were cheaper, we would let you win. You could have been a world champion, but Charles Leclerc is going to be the new world champion because you decided to not let him by. What's the standings going to look like after this? So we have the drivers. Carlos will still stay first with 69 points. Nice. And Leclerc will be second. Well, he'll be tied for second with Max. Obviously, Leclerc would have had more race wins or better finishing positions than Max. We put him ahead because he had a DNF, so yeah, he gets ahead of them. I think the goal really is actually to try and make Leclerc get second so we can get a 1-2 in the championship. The constructors, we are crushing it because Leclerc is as good as their 2 best drivers and Carlos is just nailing it. But that puts us nicely, firmly ahead of Red Bull, so it's a very good race for us. I'm quite excited about that. I must say the race has been fairly uneventful. We're on lap 53 already. Leclerc's keeping the gap on Sainz. That's happening. Everyone's tires are stable. Sainz's tires are stable. Verstappen's gap to us has actually increased by quite a lot. It's increased to 10 seconds now. Pretty much the rest of the race has been pretty peaceful. I'm not sure much is going to happen towards the end, but who knows? There could be some big, scary surprise finish. We'll just have to see. Leclerc has won totally on his own merit, not through team orders. I can tell you that much. Oh my gosh. Sainz would have easily beat Leclerc if we didn't tell him to hang back and chill.
And last
Lead
lap.
driver is on the last lap, which is us.
And checkered flag.
Leclerc's won, Sainz has come second. Nothing happens with the Red Bulls, which is unfortunate.
This was incredibly difficult.
What do you mean? Leclerc just said that was incredibly difficult. That is a lie. That is a straight up lie. Okay, Sainz is happy. He's done well. He finished the race. We're all good there. You see Alonso, Russell, and these guys all fighting here, but I don't think any of them are going to overtake each other for the line. Maybe it could happen. Oh, did it happen there? I think... Was that Hamilton there? I think Hamilton just overtook Bottas at the end there. Or Bottas overtook Russell, I'm not really sure. Yeah, and Vettel and Mick are like... Yeah, it's Vettel on his own finishing there. Wow, what a race, guys. What a freaking race. That was amazing. We did it, we did it. Look at that, the drivers, Carlos is still ahead. It's just like what we saw earlier, so we quite relaxed there. Wow, we got some growth points, development points are happening. That's good, that's good. Why did we not get very good race points? This is a bit weird. We got money, and we didn't have to give any money to Carlos, so that is fantastic. I'm so happy about that. We made 5 mil, that's amazing. From all the sponsors, no outgoing stuff, because we did all of our guarantees. The helipad is up to date, it's all upgraded. The weather center has been improved, that is good. Good for Imola, because Imola does sometimes rain. I wanted to look at the race simulator to get that up, and we have enough money to do that. I think we should do that right now. And then what I also want to look at is how much does the weather facility cost to upgrade further, because that's going to matter in the future. It's a bit too expensive for us now. 2.1 mil is a lot. I think we'll be okay with our current weather center. Hopefully it just doesn't rain too much, or hopefully they don't mess it up too much. Helipad is upgraded. Regulation votes is here. Minor technical changes. Okay, we have to vote for one. Low down speed changes or high downforce changes. I think let's look at that old thing that we had there with our car. They were telling us about the status of our car, our performance, our monthly car report development. We are first at all of our cornering. Shall we vote for low speed downforce changes? Might as well. I think we do low speed downforce changes because our car is good at both. We can do that and then we can start researching for next year. Weather center upgrade complete. Our car seems to be very good, so I'm not going to focus too much on researching this year. Weather center forecast accuracy has gone up. Obviously we know how the race went. The board watched the race and they could not be happier. Yeah, this is impossible for you to be happier. You better be absolutely delighted, and they are. They're delighted with Melbourne's performance. We're on target for everything. Send it to our drivers. Charles Leclerc is doing better. Obviously we could do better at our cornering. Smoothness might be an issue. Smoothness, ability to reduce tire wear while racing, allows drivers to push hard and run longer stints on each set of tires. Control, prevent racing incidents. I want more control. I need more control. That is my problem right now. I don't want Leclerc to crash. I'm terrified of Leclerc crashing again. He obviously doesn't have enough control. I know we could do other things better, defending and all that stuff, but you don't need to defend if you're far ahead. It's all good. He can follow and he can attack. We're sorted there. Okay, Carlos Sainz as well. He could do better with his reactions. That could be big for us. So reactions, that gives me the ability to respond to events at high speed. Can accelerate faster out of corners, pull away faster when lights go out at the start of the race. That's going to be good for us. Staff, let's see. Any staff upgrades? No staff's doing better. How is our pit crew doing? Are we focusing on the balanced approach? Tire changes were very good. I think we keep doing the balanced approach. Training focus over there. Maintenance there. That's good. Scouting team, we're fine. Okay, guys, I think that's going to be us for this race. I'll catch you guys in the next one for Imola and additional things like getting the regulation changes in and all that stuff. Very, very excited. Thanks for being here. Again, if you're new here, subscribe, like the video. Check me out on Twitch at twitch.tv/tipsy_pineapple for Aston Martin's run right now. We just play a lot of F1 Manager. Like, I don't know what team we'll be playing in the future. So just check me out there. I stream very regularly.